Hey guys, how are you? Day 4 of Vlogtober. I'm still at it. The caffeine thing is going well. I haven't caved, although I do have the headache. So I'm making the video a little bit earlier than I normally do. It's like 5:30, and so I'm going to go ahead and make this in case I get worse during the night or in the evening. Today's vlog, I thought I've seen a couple of people and some more popular YouTubers do this, so I thought I would do it. It was kind of fun. And it's a tag, and it's called the 2011 Survey Questions. And I don't know if you follow the Vlog Brothers, or I can't remember who else I saw do it, but I've seen older people do it and young kids do it, and it's kind of interesting. So here we go. The first question: tell us about your first kiss. And the first real kiss was at a theme park. Original, right? On the Sky Ride. You know what I mean by that? Like one of those things where you get in a little thing and it takes you above the park. Yeah, and somehow my boyfriend and I had kind of escaped the group to do that. And I don't know how in the world we did that, because my mom was always everywhere with us. So, anyway, so that's where it happened. Number 2, what was the most expensive casual item of clothing you've ever bought? Now this is a total not girl answer, but probably a ski jacket, back when I skied a lot. And I tilt my head a lot in these videos. I'm like the RCA puppy. I'm not sure why I do this, but I do it. Maybe it's because it's a thinking thing. I'm thinking, and that's what I do. Anyway, yeah, so a ski jacket. It was like $250. I think I got it on sale, but that was like the original price, and that was unheard of. I was skiing a lot at the time, so I wanted a fancy schmancy. Spider was the brand name jacket. Got a lot of use out of that. Number 3, this is a fun question. This is kind of the reason that I wanted to do this so bad. What was the first job you ever wanted as a kid? Now, I played, school teacher, like I was the teacher and did tests and everything, but what my fondest memories of like pretending and playing, because I was an only child, so it's not like I had a bunch of kids running around playing with, but I played bank teller. So I wanted to be a bank teller. Wow, what aspirations I had. I mean, literally, I would make the checks. My dad, one of my favorite things that he brought me home from work one day was a stamp, like a date stamp. So that was my little cancellation of the checks when, because they used to stamp everything at the bank. I'm sure some of you know that. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be a bank teller. Tell us about your group of school friends. Now, I know you're going to find this really hard to believe. I was not popular in school at all. I mean, I was friends with some of the popular kids, but I was not in their group. I was friends with some of the band kids, but I was not in their group. I mean, I was friends with a lot of different groups, but I was not in any of the groups. I didn't play any sports. I wasn't a cheerleader. I didn't do any of that. So, and I was on the popular, I don't know if this was the way it was when you were in school or are in school, but there was always a popular lunch period to have. I was always on that lunch period. However, I was never asked or invited or allowed to sit with the cool kids. So I found myself with 2 other, I'll call myself a misfit, 2 other misfits and me, 2 guys, which I'm surprised my parents, even though I was in high school, would allow that when they found that out. I'm shocked. Maybe I didn't tell them, I don't know. And my boyfriend at the time, I'm surprised he didn't freak. Because, I mean, I'll tell you, it was my ex-husband. But I know it's so hard for you to believe that I wasn't popular, right? So lovable. Number 5, what would you name your kids? Well, I don't think it's any shock if you've watched my secrets tag. I can't have kids. And I've shared on my vlogs, I don't know if any of you, if you've watched that far back, but Maddie is not my real name. Madeline was my grandmother's name. And I always knew that when I had a little girl, I was going to name her Madeline. Now, mind you, my grandmother hated that name. She went by Lena. So she never went by this beautiful name that I loved, and she hated it. She legally had her name changed to Lena. Crazy. I don't know if it's because they teased her about that. She was the youngest of like 8 kids. So I don't know if it's because they, you know, relentlessly teased her, but they all had funky names. Like I had an Aunt Bug. I had an Aunt Biddy, and she was Aunt Biddy since she was young. I had an Aunt O, Audie, Silk, but Bug was the funniest one, and Lena, and they called her Leanie. I guess it was Madeline, so they would do Leanie. They got that somehow out of that, but anyway, so she was my closest grandparent. She lived with us for most of my life, so I always wanted to name my little girl after her. So instead, I've named my YouTube name after my grandma in her honor. So that's my answers. I hope you'll do the tag if you're interested in doing it. It was a lot of fun. Nothing too heavy. Mine was probably a little more heavy than yours will be. But anyway, it was fun. So day 4 check. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.